Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to introduce you to a feature that was inspired by 1001 fonts. This used to be one of my favorite websites to find fonts if I'm trying to be creative with someone's design, whenever I'm composing any sort of design. It's a beautiful resource. If you don't know it, you should probably check it out. They have some of the most interesting fonts that you can use for inspiration. But then, since it was a resource that not a lot of people knew, I figured that as we were busy building this platform, maybe we should also have a free resource very similar to 1001 fonts. So you click browse fonts here, and then it takes you into our font library where you're gonna find those fonts that we have displayed in the middle there. Then you can just load a few more, and I'm sure you find a few interesting fonts that you might find useful. And then if you like anything, you can always just hit download, and then you immediately get a TTF file of the font that you can install on whatever system you're using. And then let's say you're using a Windows system and you open up Microsoft Word or any other software that has font, you're gonna find the font in there. So be it Paint or Excel, or I like this. So let me know what you think about this font library, and if you wanna get some free fonts, feel free to go and download as many as you want and improve the quality of the designs that you're going to produce. We also created the font generator, which is also another, I guess it's a more modern version of coming up with the kind of fonts that you're going to use as inspiration in whatever designs that you want to compose. So the way to use it is very simple. You just type in whatever it is you want, convert it into whatever font. You can even use the speech to text feature, and let's use Forever Young as the text that we want inputted in there, and then let's turn it into a fine line script. So on the second point here, you can pick whatever kind of font style that you want applied. So we have a couple of font styles. We have the bold, we have the gothic, you have the Chicano, you have the graffiti handwriting, the ruin or symbolic one, and here you also have the option where you can upload an image and then have AI analyze the image, and maybe if there is a font in that image, it's going to try and mimic whatever font is in that image in the results here. And just like every other tab on the studio page, you're going to find that at the bottom of it you have your generations from this page, and you also have a history tab where you're going to be able to open all of your previous generations from the AI font generator. So let's go back to create, and we're going to create the Forever Young font with the fine line script. You hit generate, and then it starts generating. You wait a few moments, and then I guess maybe more than just a few moments, it's taking its time. So probably the font is going to be pristine. There's a glimpse. It's coming. I think my network is really bad, Forever Young. So what do you think? I think it's quite nice. Maybe we should try a different. Let's try doing it the bold traditional and see what comes out. So these are all the previous generations that I was able to play around with and come up with. Here's the different tattoo styles as the labels on each of the cards in the previous generations, and here's our latest version of the Forever Young one in bold traditional style. It's not bad, It's really not bad. So I think it's a beautiful tool to just ideate and maybe just compose better aesthetically pleasing designs, and it's just another tool that I think could be useful in whatever set of tools you have to compose your designs for the most original creations that you possibly can make. I think these AI tools are actually going to improve the quality of tattooing that's about to happen. I think the new generation of tattoo artists is going to be using a whole bunch of new tools that they're going to be phenomenal. The same way you find that back in the day, you had the traditional artists who were mostly doing those bold outlines and the limited color palette, traditional tattoos, and then you'd find that slowly started improving, and as the machines improved, the number of artists and the quality of work also drastically improved. I mean, there are people who are like magicians on the machine today, and maybe I'll do a couple of videos where I'm reviewing people who I just admire their work, and I'm just in awe at what some guys can actually do, and girls. Okay, it's not just a guy thing. There's a lot of women who have also gotten into tattooing and being an art of finesse, because I kind of feel like tattooing is an art of finesse. I think it's a perfect fit for a lot of women, even though it's an industry that has been predominantly dominated by men. So I'm sure you're going to start seeing a lot more phenomenal female artists. There's plenty out there already, and yeah, maybe I'll do a review of some of the people I really like, admire their work. On I'm sorry about that side tangent. Here's the Gothic black lettering. Okay, so now let's try it with the Chicano style lettering and see how that same font is going to appear. Oh, we had a generation failed message. I don't know why it failed, but then it's okay. Even if it fails, when you're trying to use it, you won't get charged. Chicano style, forever young. It's not bad. I was expecting it to be a lot more graphic, you know, like the Chicano style tattooing has these intricate little details that just make it pop a little bit more. At least for me, this feels a lot more like the Gothic one that we just got. But yeah, you can keep playing around with it and keep generating a couple of new ones, and you will probably eventually get a version that you like. And I think that's the whole point of a tool like this, that you don't have to spend hours coming up with a concept of how you want a certain font to look as you are trying to work on a design. You can actually have several versions and try to incorporate one that you feel like fits in the best. If you don't want to go through the trouble of drawing it all by hand yourself, and in a lot of cases, some people may not be able to actually draw fonts in a way that is as compelling as you can find and already produced in the form of a font, or now in the form of an image of a font created by AI. So I hope you just get the gist of this tool. Maybe let's try it with the rune or Celtic symbol and see how forever young is going to look. It's not bad, actually. It's really not bad. That would actually make a part of a sick tattoo. Yeah, I like all the results that we have had. I guess you can combine styles, and let's see what comes out when you try to combine fine line with ruined symbol. Maybe it's going to trip up the AI and it's going to be like, I don't know how to do that. That is crazy. Can't mix things up like that. Let's see. Okay, I guess I tried to make it finer. You know, it's like you're confusing me, but I'll give you something. And it's not a bad attempt. So yeah. So now we're gonna test out the option number 3, where you can upload a reference image with some sort of text. Let's pick this one, and then let's pick love of God. So let's see if it's going to be able to pick out the font within the image in real time and show us what it would look like if this early backer font was applied to this text, which says love of God. There we go. I think it does a fantastic job at reading the font and being able to like recreate it in whatever style that you have uploaded as a reference image. So yeah, we can try it with a different font. Maybe let's try this one, and then let's see how well it's going to do that. This patron text. So these images, I created them for the launch that I was doing on Product Hunt. So if you visit the site, you're gonna see this button to support us on Product Hunt. Yeah, so as long as we are still running on Product Hunt, yeah, please do show us some support, and yeah, really appreciate that. And there's the love of God in the font that we supplied. I think it's working beautifully. Let me know what you think about this. It's like a font extraction AI thingy that we put together. Yeah, let me know what you think. You can go and check it out on alicetattoos.com and play around with it as much as you like and see what you can create. And I hope you find it useful. And if there's anything that you think can be improved, I would like your feedback, because I would like to continue developing this platform to be more and more useful to both artists and enthusiasts, and anyone who's in the tattoo space who wants AI tools that are purpose built for this industry. Because you find that the base models that you find on all of these platforms, be it Google's Gemini or OpenAI, ChatGPT, they do produce very good results, but then you're going to find that they are also kind of trying to cater to everyone in a way that let's say you want a stencil. AI can produce a stencil for you, but then you sort of have to be a master at prompt engineering to get this kind of consistency that you would find on something that's already been wired in a way such that you get the results that you want without having to go over and over, again. So I hope somebody finds this useful. I'm finding it lots of fun, and the more I play around with it, the more I'm getting addicted. Yeah, let me know what you think about our AI font generator here and our font library. Until next time, cheers.